Greetings, colleagues. Do you ever send an email and then get no reply? Do you want to improve your reply rate? Do you write emails but not sure if you're using the right phrases? The first paragraph of any email is probably the most important. Will the reader continue reading, save it for later, or just hit delete? What you include in this paragraph will help decide what the reader does with your email. Let's talk about what phrases we can use, what our strategy for the first paragraph should be. Let's go through these topics and level up your emailing skills. All right, let's look at the opening paragraph, the first paragraph of your email, which, like I said, is probably the most important. It decides whether the reader is going to continue to read it or, it gets tossed away. If you are looking to improve your email skills, we do have a course on forbusinessenglish.com. So check that out. So the first paragraph should explain the purpose of the email. That's the purpose of the first paragraph. This should be a very short paragraph. It could be 2 or 3 sentences. It shouldn't be longer than that, and sometimes even 1 sentence. Generally, shorter is better. It's more impactful. So you don't want this to be a very long, meandering paragraph. It should be short and sweet, and it's much more powerful, much more effective. People will actually read it, and hopefully you'll get better replies because of it. Some people have no idea why they're emailing you. I've gotten emails, I read it, and I'm like, what do they want me to do? Why are they sending me this information? Do they want me to make a decision? Do they want me to share my thoughts? Do they want me to talk to somebody else? I have no idea. So what do? Nothing. I've got enough things that I need to take care of. If you're sending an email and I don't even know what the heck you want, guess what? I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to ignore it. Unless it's from my boss or my boss's boss or something like that, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to, okay, I'll put that in my inbox or, in my to later bin. I'm never going to get to it. So you have to explain what you want from the reader. What is the purpose of this email? And if you don't know what the purpose of the email is, your reader is not going to take the time to kind of figure out either. So you need to think about it before you start writing. Now, what should be included? If we have 3 sentences, here are the 3 sentences. The first sentence generally would be the small talk. Now, I have another video about small talk. Have you seen that? I'll leave a link to it maybe here. I will leave a link to it here. Now, check that out. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it in this video because we have a whole video on it. Some people love small talk. Some people hate it. I'm kind of, in the middle. I don't like it. I'm going to minimize it. But sometimes I will include small talk. Sometimes it is important and effective. The second sentence might be who you are if they do not know you. Now, if you're emailing Bob, who you see every day, who lives, 5 desks away from you, you don't have to say, hey, Bob, this is, Tim from accounting, emailing you again. I email him 5 times a day. I have lunch with him 2 times a week. He knows who I am. But if I'm emailing someone for the very first time and they don't know who I am, then I should say it. I work in the accounting department, or I work at this company, or Kathy recommended I email you, or we met at this convention last year. You might not remember me, but we talked about this. Something like that is very important. If somebody is recommending you contact them, then you definitely want to mention that, and mention that at the very beginning, because they don't know who you are. They might be tempted to just hit delete, but when they hear, oh, Kathy recommended you email me, well, gee, now Kathy has a lot of credibility, hopefully, with the reader, so now you have that credibility. Because Kathy recommended you, then they're going to listen to you, not because they like you or respect you. They don't know you, but they respect Kathy. So now they're going to give you a chance to read your email. Now, the third sentence would be the purpose of the email. Now, of course, if we don't have small talk, we don't have the who you are sentence, this is the only sentence. This is the most important sentence. Why are you writing this email? Do you want them to say yes, to say no, to schedule a date, make an appointment? You want them to share their thoughts? You're just giving them an update. You want them to talk to somebody else, forward this to somebody else. Whatever it is, explain what you want in this sentence. It should be one sentence. I found about 144, I think I counted them as 144 examples of different sentences or phrases that we can use for this first paragraph. Now, I'm not saying you have to memorize them all or anything like that or use them all. I'm just trying to provide a wide base for you to kind of look at and maybe throw some into your wheelhouse. Start using some of these in your normal emailing. Broaden your horizon a little bit. So the first group is going to look at the reason of the email. Did you know? And ask a question. Further to our earlier exchange, a little formal. Here's an update on, I'd be eager to get your advice on, just a quick, brief, friendly reminder that. Now, some people don't like reminders. They even get offended at reminders, so be careful. Myself, if I have a deadline coming or I might have forgotten that I'm supposed to do something or be at a luncheon or something like that, I don't mind a friendly reminder. I like friendly reminders. But beware, some people don't like them. I'm contacting you in regards. I'm contacting you to inform. I'm extending a hand for partnership. I'm reaching out because. I'm reaching out to. So these would be formal ways to start the email. And if you're, like we talked about, maybe emailing someone for the very first time, you don't have an existing relationship, that would make sense. You're going to be formal. I'm writing to ask, inquire, let you know, confirm, check, invite you to update you on, ask for a favor. I'm writing to you about our last meeting, your presentation, our next event. I'm writing to you in relation to whatever project, event, thing going on you have. I'm writing to you to follow up and get your thoughts on our last interaction. I'm writing to you with regards to, regarding, concerning, in connection with. I'm writing you to follow up on. I could use your advice. I just got a chance to. I wanted to let you know that. I wanted to thank you for yesterday's presentation. It was very informative. Everyone enjoyed it. We look forward to attending the event together. I'd like to inform you that I'm emailing about, I'm reaching out about, I'm writing to you about, I've got a quick question about. Why am I reaching out? Now, generally, I don't like rhetorical questions in writing, in emails or other writing, but some people like this kind of writing style. Would love to hear from you. Would you like? Would you mind answering? Your prompt response is much appreciated. Just checking in on, friendly reminder to, quick question. If you enjoyed this video, time to conquer that like button and make it ours. Cold emails. So cold emails, sometimes we talk about cold calling people. Nowadays, it's probably more common to cold email people. This is when we're emailing someone that we don't know. We don't have a pre-existing relationship. And we don't have some kind of connection. If Kathy recommended I email you, that's not really a cold email because Kathy is our connection. But if you're maybe applying for a job or you have a list of leads, you're just sending out emails to a bunch of email addresses you found online, someone gave you, whatever, but you don't have any connection with them. That's cold emailing. And generally, we're going to be a little bit more formal. And you better be kind of quick to the punch because if they don't know who you are, they're not going to give you much time. So you want to convince them to continue reading. Allow me to introduce myself. Allow me to introduce myself briefly. Hello, my name is, and I am from whatever the company is. Now, personally, I hate this one. To me, it's actually one of my pet peeves. Your email is probably in your email address, and it's your signature line. Why would you include it at the beginning of your email? If your name doesn't mean anything to me, then at the beginning of reading your email, I don't care what your name is. It doesn't mean anything to me. If you're meeting someone in person, of course you're going to start with your name. But when you're emailing someone or writing a letter, it's the same. Your name is at the bottom. They don't care what your name is. When they start reading the letter or the email, they don't care what your name is. So unless you're someone famous or something like that, oh my God, this person is emailing me, I wouldn't include my name at the top. It's at the bottom. Hopefully, they get to the bottom. Hopefully, they're convinced that, gee, I'm curious, about this email. I'm going to respond to it. Then they want to know your name. But at the very beginning, unless you're someone famous or your name means something to them, I think it's a waste of time to start with your name. Your company is going to be important. Hopefully, they've heard of your company. I got your contact from. I hope you don't mind me reaching out directly. I just came across your website, portfolio, LinkedIn, whatever your connection is. I noticed a blog post, something on their website, something that you have a connection to. Allow me to introduce myself. Here are some other examples, again, including your name. I don't like that style whatsoever. If you got their email from somebody, I would definitely include that, and that would probably be my first sentence, not my last sentence in that first paragraph. Announcements. So sometimes you're emailing someone to provide information. Maybe it's a formal announcement of something. Maybe you're just giving an update on something, but you're providing information. This email is in regards to, regarding, concerning, in connection with. This email is just to let you know that. This email is just to let you know. This email is to inform you. This email is to share. Might I take a moment of your time to please get in touch with me to, this is just a quick note to, this is a quick reminder. Replying. A lot of times we might send an email because we're replying to an email. How do we start those types of emails? As discussed. As per our discussion, I would like to send you. As per our telephone conversation, as per your request. So as per, these are very formal ways of emailing, but they can be very effective. As promised, I'm, in whatever you're doing. As requested, I'm sending you. As we discussed on our call, as we discussed, I would like to send you. Can you provide me with an update on following up? Good to hear from you. I'm getting back to you regarding. I appreciate your email, and I just received your request for. I just got your request for. I just read your email about. I just went through your email about. I wanted to circle back around to. I wanted to float this back to the top of your inbox. I don't really love that. I don't really love either of those, but some people would use that kind of language. I'm checking in on, I'm getting back to you about, I'm just checking in about. In your response to your request for, it's great to hear back, it's great to hear from you, to follow up on our email, to follow up on our last email, to get a follow-up on our conversation. Would you be so kind as to provide an update on, your kind words have made my day. Your quick response is much appreciated. Thanks. A lot of times we might email someone and the purpose is to thank them for doing something for us or providing some information, that sort of thing. Or we might want to thank them and then ask them for something else. So be careful about that too. Thank you for contacting us at, thank you for getting back to me so quickly. Thank you for getting in touch with, thank you for getting in touch. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for replying so quickly. Thank you for responding so quickly. Thank you for sending us feedback on your invitation, your suggestion. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you for sending, asking about, attending. Thank you for the timely response. Thank you for your email about. Thank you for email regarding. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your previous email about. Thank you for your response. Thanks for getting back to me on this. Thanks for getting back to me so quickly. Thanks for getting in touch. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for our call earlier today. Thanks for our one-on-one today. Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for sending over this info. Thanks for sending, asking, about, attending. Thanks for the prompt response. Thanks for the quick response. Thanks for the update. Thanks for the information. Thanks for this. Thanks for writing to us this morning, yesterday, Wednesday, last month. Thanks for your email. Thanks for your feedback. Thanks for your help. Thanks for your quick reply. Thanks so much for your feedback on apologizing. Occasionally, we all need to apologize for something. So it can be very good to get this out in the front of the email. You don't want to wait to the end. Get it out there quickly. I'm sorry for my late response. I'm so sorry to hear about. I'm so sorry to learn of. I was sorry to hear about. I was sorry. I apologize for the delay in my response. I apologize for the late response. I sincerely apologize for this late response, adding a little emphasis. I was out of the office earlier. I apologize for any delay. I was sorry to hear about it. Please accept my apologies, condolences. I was sorry to hear about. My apologies for any inconvenience this may pose. My apologies for. Please accept my apology for. Please accept our apologies for any inconvenience caused. Sorry for my late reply. Sorry for replying so late. Sorry it's been so long since my last email. Sorry that it took me so long to get back to you. Sorry it has been a while since my last email. Sorry it took me longer than usual to get back to you. We deeply regret any inconveniences caused. Please accept our apology. All right, it's time to conquer that like button and make it ours. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of our other videos about writing and emailing. Work hard today and enjoy tomorrow.